stuck in, like, I feel like most people are just, they're stuck in loops based on, like, social media especially. Like, I'll open up Twitter and then, like, there goes an hour because I'm yelling at someone over stupid fucking shit. It's like, it's verified. It's like we're arguing with religious people. Like, this is verifiably true or false, and we're arguing over whether or not it's true or false. The answer is right here, but they just refuse to click a link, and it's like, and like my brain, like, I get stuck. Like, when someone says something fucking stupid, I can't stop thinking about it. Like, and like, and so, like, I open my phone, and now all of a sudden it's 3 a.m., you know. And I feel like most people are operating in that kind of way. Like, they're just on their own loops, you know? And it's like, they're just going where whatever current's taking them. And, you know, I think that religion is the main
almost
thing.
I think,
yeah,
right?
That's why I use
like,
the zombie
how
term.
many people wake up and they just, like, start browsing Twitter? It's so unhealthy. And I do that too, but I've been more conscious as it, like, ate away at my brain, and, like, have tried to, like, change the habits. Because, like, yeah, I've been there where it's like you'll argue with someone, or you'll see somebody say something and it'll, like, disturb you and you can't get it off your mind. It's like, okay, this is really unhealthy because this does not impact me that they said something stupid. I shouldn't be thinking about it and dwelling on it this long. And so, you know, I've tried to, like, have better habits with regard to that because, yeah, in this day and age, there's just, like, there's so many opportunities that will cause, or not opportunities, but so many, I don't know what the right word is, but so many things that will cause brain rot. And so I feel like if you can, like, navigate away from that and come up with better routines that would just, like, boost you mentally, I think that's important. Like, there was something that I read that I don't know if this is true, but I've been doing it. And I heard that if you get up every morning and you fix your bed every single morning and you don't waver, there's, like, some psychological benefit to that. Like, you feel like the day has started, and it can help you, like, with depression and whatnot. And I don't know if it's helping, like, with depression, but it's helped to feel like, okay, I just woke up, I accomplished something. It's stupid. Yep. It has no impact on my life or the real world, but I did something, and there's, like, some subconscious level of, like, oh, I'm crushing it today. I don't know what it is.
Like, for me, I am ideologically opposed to fixing my bed. I don't want anyone to ever come into my bedroom and look at my bed being made and they go, like, you make your bed? Like, that, to me, that's antithetical to my vibe. Like, imagine, like, you know, you're having a great time, you bring someone home, and then, like, you know, or, like, vice versa, and you see that their bed's made. Like, oof, instant turn off, can I leave? But yeah, I try to read in the morning. Like, my thing is I'll get up, get some coffee in me, and I'll just, like, read. Usually I try to at least do, like, one chapter of whatever book I'm reading, and sometimes I'll go for 2 or 3, and then, you know, I'll read throughout the day too. But, like, just, like, starting off, like, and it gets the brain fired up. And, like, you know, like, I can't do e-readers. I can't read on my phone because, like, reading on my phone is, like, there's always the pending notification. Uh-oh, did a dumb fuck say something stupid again? Oh, no.
That's true.
Right? So, like, I need to read in the paperback format. Like, for me, it's just, it's easier. It's more detached. And so, yeah, like, it's just building the habits that are, like, that's the thing. And, like, because we're ultimately, like, the environment dictates our behavior, right? Like everything is environmental, like, you know, the nature versus nurture conversation. It's like 99% nurture, right? Like, the environment, like, if I surround myself with, like, books and, like, you know, and I'm writing all day, right, then, you know, I'm going to be more in that kind of thought process. If I surround myself with video games and I'm playing games all day, I might be more in that, like, kind of thing. And I like to be creative, right? So it's like, you know, if you know, I've been working on some video game stuff, you know, mods and stuff for games. I've been out of that. I used to do that as a teenager. Amazing. And I've been trying to get back into it. And it's, you know, part of that is, like, playing video games and then, like, playing them with a different mindset. You look at them on, like, the how they made this kind of mindset, right? And then, like, you know, it just gets into your psyche. And, like, the same thing with, like, food. It's like, you know, if you're going to cook every day, you're going to think about what you're eating more because you're spending more time around food, right? If you're, like, you know, and it's like, it's all about the environment. So, like, I think, you know, again, with the social media, people wake up and they're like this, you know, they're on a bender. Yeah. Like, it's a drug addiction and they're on a bender. Like, what is the difference between drinking a shot of vodka in the morning and reading a fucking hour of Twitter? You are on a bender. You're on drugs, motherfucker. But it's like, people don't think of that as a drug, even though, like, to be honest with you, I will say, like, mental health effects, right? Like, I don't know, man. Like, reading Twitter for an hour versus getting drunk in the morning, I'll tell you which one has better mental health effects, and it's not the Twitter. Like,
Yeah, well, just like you said about like changing your habits is important. Like instead of browsing Twitter, read instead. And I see I'm the opposite. I do like reading before I go to bed because it kind of like helps clear my mind. Like usually I'll sit up and I'll just think about everything and my mind like won't stop. But if I read, then it gets me in a certain mindset and then I'm able to like fall asleep easily. But yeah, I needed to ask you, what are you reading? Because I'm in between books right now. I just finished Dark Matter, which is amazing, but I'm like the last person to read it because I feel like it's a pretty big book. And then I read The People's History of Howard Zinn, or of America by Howard Zinn.
And I just finished History of Howard Zinn. It's everyone gets together and says what they say about Howard Zinn. He was shook his hand man. One of these days, and it was a little. I
need a new like sci-fi book though. If you have any recommendations,
I've been slowly getting back into reading. Because last year I did like a bunch of protesting stuff, and I like that fucked all my habits up because I was like wake up every day and do like political protesting until I go to sleep, right? And that was a prolonged period. That was like 6 months of like it destroyed my habits. So I like recently started getting back into reading. I read Elie Mystal's book recently on the Constitution. I'd highly recommend that. I read Bob Odenkirk's book. I like Bob Odenkirk, so if you like Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad or whatever, read his book. Right now, I am reading Bloody Crossroads 2020 by one Danny Goldberg. It's all right, it's good. I try to read things like I like. Just politics is not good. I try to do science as well. I picked up a book recently called Being You about consciousness and whether or not, like, it's even a thing or whatever, how to measure it. That's pretty cool.
That'd be mind-bending. I like that.
Yeah, like I also do a lot of mushrooms. So, I love to read like scientific stuff, consciousness stuff. I love to read people's opinions. And I also love mushrooms. So